Hi everyone, welcome to Dynamic Study. This is the third part of the video series on important journals and magazines in English literature. This is class number 8. Today we will discuss some other important magazines and journals. So let's begin. The Athenaeum. We have already talked about 12 important journals and magazines. Now the 13th is the Athenaeum. This was a magazine published in London from 1828 to 1921. And who was the founder? The founder was James Silk Buckingham. The complete title was the Athenaeum Journal of Literature, Science and Fine Arts. So from the very title you can understand what are the topics which were published in the journal: literature, science and fine arts. And who are the major contributors? The famous Victorian novelists like Thomas Hardy, modern writers like Aldous Huxley, T.S. Eliot, Robert Graves, Edmund Blunden, Edith Sitwell. They were the contributors. This is all about Athenaeum. The next one is the Examiner. The Examiner is a journal founded by Leigh Hunt and his brother John Hunt in 1808. And it continued to publish till 1886. So this is the time span from 1808 to 1886. And at first it promoted radical ideas and it was subtitled as, the Examiner was subtitled as a Sunday paper on politics, domestic economy and theatricals. So these are the subjects, and the aim was to pursue truth for its sole object. This was the aim. And who are the contributors? The contributors were Byron, Shelley, Keats, Hazlitt, William Makepeace Thackeray, Charles Dickens. So all the romantic and major Victorian writers and novelists were the regular contributor to this journal, the Examiner. Next one is the Quarterly Review. This was founded by John Murray in 1809 and the final issue was on 1967. So a pretty long time it was continued. And who was the first editor? William Gifford. The primary aim of the Quarterly Review was to counter the influence on public opinion of the Edinburgh Review. I have already talked about Edinburgh Review. So the Quarterly Review was actually published to counter the influence on public opinion of Edinburgh Review. So a rival kind of thing, right? The contributors were Robert Southey, John Wilson Croker, Walter Scott, Charles Lamb. They were the major writers. And an important thing is that in 1817, John Wilson Croker attacked John Keats in a review of Endymion as Cockney School of Poets. This is an important thing. A review of Keats's famous work Endymion was written by John Croker, and in that review Croker attacked Keats as a member of Cockney School of Poets. Okay. And another important thing is that Sir Walter Scott published a favorable review on Jane Austen's novel Emma in this magazine, the Quarterly Review. That's why it is important. Next one is the Germ. You all know the Germ is a kind of, the Germ is a magazine which was founded and published by the Pre-Raphaelite poet, the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood, C.G. Rossetti, D.G. Rossetti, William Michael Rossetti. They were the major poets. The Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood published their works in the magazine The Germ. It was founded in January 1850 and ceased its publication in April 1850. So it was not a long-lasting journal, but it was important only because of its association with the Pre-Raphaelite poets. and the editor was William Michael Rossetti. The journal was subtitled as, please remember the subtitle, Thoughts Towards Nature in Art and Literature. Okay, and it was later renamed as Art and Poetry, being Thoughts Towards Nature, conducted principally by artists. This was the later name. The earlier name was the Germ, Thoughts Towards Nature in Art and Literature, and it was later renamed as Art and Poetry, being Thoughts Towards Nature, conducted principally by artists. Only 4 issues were published, so it was not a long-lasting journal, but it was important because of its association with Pre-Raphaelite poets. Okay. The next one is the Atlantic. The Atlantic is a journal founded in Boston. So it was an American journal founded in Boston in 1857 by 2 people, Franz H. Underwood and James Russell Lowell. Please remember the founders, the names of the founders. The Atlantic was mainly famous because it published articles and commentaries on various political issues. So it was mainly a political journal, like abolition of slavery. So abolition of slavery was a very frequently discussed topic at that time in America. So this kind of political issues, the contemporary social problems were discussed in this the Atlantic. Okay, and who are the contributors? You all know the famous writers, the famous transcendentalist like Ralph Waldo Emerson, important American poet H.W. Longfellow, Harriet Beecher Stowe. These were the major contributors. And the next one is the Household Words. The Household Words is an English magazine. It was a weekly magazine and it was important because it was founded by Charles Dickens. That's why it is important. And what is the aim of the Household Words? Dickens has written a kind of prefatory piece to this magazine, in which Dickens said, I have quoted a few lines from the preface. We hope to be the comrade and friend of many thousands of people of both sexes and of all ages. This will be sick. This will be there. Yes, this is yes. We seek to bring innumerable homes from the stirring world around us the knowledge of many social wonders, good and evil. So this was the aim of the Household Words. Okay, that was written by Dickens himself. And the title is very important, Household Words. This phrase is taken from Shakespeare's play Henry V. Please remember that. That can also be asked as a question. So here our today's class ends. Thank you very much. Keep on watching Dynamic Study. Keep on learning. I hope this video series will help you a lot to understand, to remember the basic informations related to these journals and magazines. There are a lot of other journals which I will cover in my next video. Please subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends and like this video. Please put your views in the comment section. We will meet very soon. Have a nice day. Bye bye.